Connect with you guys. Okay. It's amazing to connect with you guys. Just gonna try to. Okay. So anything you say in the chats, I'll be able to see you. If the ones that are gossiping, I can see you guys in real time. So welcome to this class. I believe that for a while you've been having the training on the basics of content writing, as well as fundamentals of SEO, how to be an SEO content writer, and why it's important and all of that. So I'm not going to bore you with those details. I'm simply going to teach you how to make money using the skill that you have. Right. So feel free to interrupt them. Also, let me know when you can't hear me or whatever the case may be. I'll try to work with what we have. Yeah. So in the meantime, I'll start with this quote. You can't be productive. Okay, let me phrase it this way. You can be knowledgeable about a skill and still not be profitable. I repeat myself. Can you guys hear me? Just let me know if you can hear me. Sorry, I'll be needing this back and forth. If you can hear me, let me know in the chat so that I know when my network has taken me off. All right, amazing. So you can be knowledgeable in a skill and you can't be profitable. The reason why is that we're in an age where people learn skills, but they don't learn the business skill. So the aim today is a business of what you're getting into, how to get your first client, how to become known as a go-to person for this skill that you've acquired, and also how to like build an agency and scale with this particular skill. All right, so let's get to it. Writing content optimized for search engine and use Google, and I do this a lot. I am in a new city. I want to find where to eat I want to know if
Hello, Greatman. So you're having a feedback.
yeah, can you hear me now?
Okay, we can hear you now.
Okay, so I didn't know if I was logged off or something. I'm just gonna go back.
Yeah, I think for some time you were. So you might just continue from where you were talking about the new city.
Yeah, so I said basically, excuse me, basically, oh my god. Sorry guys, give me a sec. Just gonna do this again. All right. Basically, I look at this. I enter this new city and I want to see eat a bar. And based on the restaurants that appear on my Google search result page, I just pick whatever appeals to me. And that's the same for every business. So if you're, pitching this skill to a business, you're going to tell them that you want to try to help them to be number one when someone searches for it. And the truth is, billions and millions of people are searching for things online. So you want to know how to write relatable content around people's needs in whatever field it is, and how your business or whatever business that you are working with can offer those solutions. So oftentimes pick the best restaurants I want, the best fitness centers or whatever the case may be. right? So when we talk about user intent, we're talking about what are people searching for, or, what do they have in mind when they search for a particular key phrase. The best explanation I give for user intent is the person that searches for Adele music and the person that searches for Adele's music album. There are two different user intents, right? So the person that just searched for Adele music might just be looking for her music portfolio, what's her music about. It's not as directed as someone that used download Adele music, right? So the person saying I download Adele music is what we call a hot lead. So the person wants that product, so he's already like on the download phase. So two of them are in two different phases, right? So I said it balances engaging writing with strategic keyword usage. So I give an instance. I like using food a lot, so you guys have a part of me. If you want to call me a foodie, you're welcome. But so you have to use words like a bar, restaurant, that particular city, so that the more you use it, and you're telling, like, maybe you're telling a story about a business or you're telling a story about a problem that that business solves, it's going to be easy for the Google search engine bots to actually pick up that content and decipher what this content is about based off how many times you've used some particular keywords, and their density in that particular article. I'm sure Richard has explained most of this to you. And I said lastly, it's essential for businesses to rank on search engine. um, right now we're in the era of AI and AI generated content and all of that, and best content SEO practices and all that. And those have been covered in other class. Like I said, this class is for you to monetize words you have learned, right? So SEO writing monetization. Why is it important? Oh, you guys can see my slide. Oh my god. So I think I was logged off. Can you see it now? Let me see if I can see it on my mobile. Let me know in the chats if you can see my slide. Share screen. It says I have to grant the browser access. So for some reason, new technologies, SaaS, people are opening businesses and people want to be in front of the audience. The average attention span of a user is less than 8 seconds. So people want different ways that they can get in front of their customers. And one of the cheapest way to do that is using SEO and SEO content. Um, Over the years, we've helped different businesses across tech, agriculture, digital marketing, finance, SaaS, help them, be number one in searching for whatever products that they want to rank for in different niches and using different keywords, right? It's flexible in that, when you're starting out, you are able to get a job from your home. You don't might not have to go into the office. Especially after COVID, a lot of companies have um, been bringing people to work from home rather than coming to the office, right? So many global opportunities are out there on LinkedIn, on Upwork, on Fiverr, on people work weekly. So there are different opportunities you can actually access with this gig. Scalability. So scalability doesn't come in your early stages. In your early stages, what you're doing is you're working with one client and you're making sure that you're doing your best, within the opportunity given to you. And then while you're proving your worth over and over again, your clients refer you to other clients. And then you finally see that, oh, the job is too much on my hand. So what you do, maybe you teach someone, maybe you recommend, job to your fellow creatives or your fellow writers. And then from there, you can now start building, a business. But at the core of building a business is a satisfied client, right? So let's get into it. Strategies to monetize your SEO writing. So I said When you have understood and harnessed a skill, you should understand the business of that skill. SEO writing is a skill, but there's a business to the skill. What do I mean? Um, the business of a skill is that SEO content writers are paid, whether by project or whether per month, right? Now, you want to ask yourself, how can I monetize this skill? How many people around me are monetizing this skill? How many people around me need this skill? When you can find the market gap within your skill and who you want to offer this skill to, then you start asking the questions, how can I reach this person that needs my service? So first and foremost, you have to understand, who do you want to write for? Oh, I want to write in tech. Oh, I want to write in finance. Oh, I want to write in SaaS companies. So this fundamental question is what will help you build your portfolio and what will help you build your social media. So we'll get into the first one, talking about leveraging social media. And when we talk about social media, we talk about LinkedIn. We already know, how LinkedIn is. We know how LinkedIn helps people's profession grow. Um, how many of us are here are on LinkedIn? How many of us have LinkedIn accounts? Let me know in the chat so that I know that you guys are following me. Let's know how many. Okay, Obape says I do. Mohammed, same. Okay, good. So you guys are on board. So with LinkedIn, there's a language. Every skill has a language. If you add 10 SEO writers on LinkedIn, send connection to 10 of them, and they are very successful, you notice that there's a common um, article structure. Like there's a common voice in their writing, right? You can hear, oh, I did this for this client, my content strategy, for this month. We did some case studies for this client, oh, these are how many tools that has helped me do this. So you see that there's a common lingua in that environment. So what you want to do is you want to understand what this lingua is and you want to apply it to yourself. So number one um, tip in leveraging social media beyond even building your own platform is to understand how many people are successful in this content writing. So it's not just about going on LinkedIn, it's about finding who are the successful people on LinkedIn that are doing well in this. So that's your number one assignment. Um, find out 10 people on LinkedIn that are good at content writing, add them up, read not less than 5 of their posts.
Greatman, are you there? Oh, oh. Please hope we took note of the tax he just gave. Please don't play with it. Take note of it and do it. Don't joke with it. Please do it.
Yeah, so I think my screen disconnected again. Sorry, guys, I'm having some network issues today. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
All right,
You
super.
can go ahead.
Yeah, so I was like, find 10 people, and for each of these 10 successful people, read their content. So I was saying that I can go on LinkedIn and I'm talking about personal development, exercise, the meaning of life, and all that. Why all of that is good, it's not going to attract my customer. Like, who am I attracting with my post? All right. So you want to ask yourself this question, understand that language. If you understand, okay, who you're attracting, now your question is, what kind of content do those guys want to be seeing? There's this guy, Ocherite, on LinkedIn. You can check him out. basically he attracts, people that want content marketing for their business. You know, maybe not so in depth, but um on the surface, beginner content. You can go on his profile and he'll teach you. You literally see how he onboards, excuse me, how he onboards a client, for content marketing. You see him share about how his strategy for a client that he's helped, and all that. So if I'm a client and I see his profile, I'm able to like reach out to him. Oh, I see that you do this. Oh, and I see you're very good at it. Our company does this. We have um an opportunity in case you're interested. So this is it. Send your CV to this email and all that. So that's one of the ways you want to that's one of the way you want to leverage LinkedIn to monetize this skill, right? So I said build a professional LinkedIn profile, and the professional LinkedIn profile is not just about taking a professional photo and posting. It's about first off understanding the structure of how LinkedIn profiles work. Let me see if I can open the LinkedIn profile here. Am I even logged in? I'm just going to be as practical as possible. Let us see. Okay, we're logged in. Good. So this is just going to be an example. And so if you see here, I'm a Web3 content marketing manager. And what that entails is for different Web3 companies I've worked with, I've done SEO for them, ASO. So this skill is something I learned recently, and immediately I learned it, I put it on my profile. Why? I want people to reach out to me. I'm a very successful Web3 social media manager, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, NFT, DeFi Universe. So I'm basically attracting Web3 clients, and I know that these things are what they search on LinkedIn, and I want my profile to rank, there. Um, so whatever it is on your profile, you should come in and say SEO content writer. Now, if you want to niche it down further, you can now say, finance SEO or Web3 SEO writer or SAS SEO writer. Whatever it is, just know that your headline is very important, when you are um, when people search for your craft, right? And then we go into the about section. So this about sections basically just defines what the person coming to your profile wants to know about you. So is that I've optimized on my LinkedIn profile. So I just so under experiences, you also want to come and optimize, like optimize according to. I think it logs me out again. So I'm just going to share it again. Yeah. So on your, I was saying on your experience session, you also want to come in and, using bullet points, itemize some things that you've done basically for social selling and having, uh, what's it called? Having some social proof, that, oh, you're good at this. So when people come on your profile, they literally just go here before they even come to like have a conversation with you in the comments. So that's like about building like a professional LinkedIn portfolio. You should also have a writing portfolio as well. I have a writing portfolio where I have different keywords for different businesses that I've worked with and what my craft did for their business. So I attach the writing uh, link as well as the particular position that that article ranks for that particular keyword. So sometimes I have some of them that have screenshots, of Google, and when the client asks me for these portfolios, I share this with them. So I said on LinkedIn, you have to be a thought leader, and this is where I talk about you know interacting with these top 10 guys that are doing well in your field. I always say this: if you want to copy people that have done well. Success is replicable, right? So, as an SEO writer, you are no longer, a novice SEO writer. Once you have this skill, you are a certified SEO content writer. So you have to present yourself like one. You have to speak like one. Your LinkedIn, I can literally give you an instance. You say, okay, today, I took a course on content marketing, and one of the core lessons I learned was that users always come to Google to search for their problems, and it's essential for every business to position their best foot forward in terms of their solutions, to the audience that they cater for. And through SEO and content writing, we're able to provide this for our clients, yada yada yada. And then you make that post. Maybe you have a picture of yourself or your laptop, you just have like a professional photo you want to use. And before you know it, people like interact with your post, right? Can you guys hear me? Let me know in the comment as well. I like to have an
Loud and
interactive.
clear. Loud and clear. Go ahead.
All right, amazing. So I talk about sharing your journey and leveraging storytelling. Now, let me let you know this. Without your journey, you can't have buy-in. What do I mean? When you're starting out in any field, the moment you start out is the moment you reached out to someone to teach you that particular skill. That's when your journey actually starts, not necessarily when you have learned the skill. What do I mean? As you reach out to Richard, oh, I want to learn this skill. What you should have done is gone straight to LinkedIn. Oh, hi, LinkedIn. I'm new to the content marketing field. I am going to take a 1 month course on content writing. What have been your challenges in this field? What do you think I should learn as a content writer starting out in this business? I promise you, once you drop it, you see people that give you advice. You see people that would literally share what their mistakes were when they were starting out, right? So what you are doing is not just getting their help, you're also getting their buy-in. In that you come in, oh, on day two in content writing, we learned about user intent. You know, oh, I wrote my first article, and you publish the article on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has an article session, literally, where you can actually publish an article on any topic, right? So that's in leveraging storytelling. You should be able to keep sharing your story. Oh, today I was writing about an article and I got stuck in the intro. It took me so much time, more than I realized. Guys, fellow content writers, how do you overcome the writer's block that is associated with writing intros? And before you know it, you have built a community around content writing. Many writers know that, okay, this is what you're doing. Many writers start to interact with your content, you interact with their content, and as the community is built, that is how value starts being shared, right? So I said, in terms of sharing your journey, tell stories connect people, stories drive people to make particular actions. I always share this story. When I wrote my first book, I didn't publish my first book, you know, I didn't make my sale when I published my book. I made my sale in the process of writing the book. I was writing the book, I was telling people my experiences when I was using a TB laptop. My laptop shut down when I was writing the chapter, all my work disappeared. People were encouraging me. Halfway when the book was, being written, I opened a waiting list, and a lot of people, came in to interact with, you know, my journey. A lot of people have encouraged me. People started sending money, and it was so amazing. That's where I realized the importance of storytelling. So everywhere I go, I always have a story to tell. Always. So even on LinkedIn, if you go down my LinkedIn profile, you see different stories that I tell around my journey starting out in content writing. I tell the stories around, where I am right now. So I've moved from a content writer to a content manager. Yeah, I was logged out again. Just gonna share again. Yeah. So I was saying storytelling is one of the underrated strategies on social media today. He that can tell a good story that has a lesson is someone that can hold the heart of any community he's a part of. So, as a content writer, as an SEO writer, you should be a good storyteller. You should tell about your journey. Oh, I'm writing my first content with a mobile phone. I know a friend of mine that started that. She was writing her content with mobile phone. I'm talking of using Google Doc on phones, and she was able to deliver jobs. When she shared it, I remember she's doing so well now. She's earning multiple figures, in dollars. But her story is that she started out writing articles on her mobile phone. And I remember when she made that post, a lot of people commented, people were surprised, and people encouraged her. And now I'm sure that, she must have gotten her job from social media as well. So we are in an age where attention is gold, attention is a currency. So if you're able to do something that captivates an audience, you have a commodity in your hand, right? So don't think that you are just an SEO content writer. No, you are a business owner with a skill in SEO writing. So you have to handle it like a business. And handling it like a business entails that you have to channel every weapon in your arsenal to actually sell this skill. I don't know if I'm making any sense. If I'm making sense, let me know in the comments. As a beginner, you are not going to come out, oh, I'm trying to, do SEO. How can I help you? Sales is your number one thing, beyond, oh, I'm looking for business card. I'm looking for, no, your number one goal is sales. How can I close my first client? You should be thinking in the mind of a business person. You should be thinking in the mind of a business person, right? So I say leverage storytelling. Once you've optimized your LinkedIn profile, you are talking about different aspects. I said, have 10 people that have succeeded in SEO that you're following, that you're reading their content, that you're interacting with their content. Look at how they structure their content. Modify yours to sound like them, because why? These people have already done the work for you. They've done the work for you, right? Excuse me. So I say join freelance platforms like Upwork, Fiverr. It is now the thing about joining platforms like this is that not just you, every other person is joining platforms like this. Now I'll tell you one secret that works for Upwork and Fiverr. And the thing is, it's not just about joining the platforms. You can join the platform and be there for like years. You won't make money. You won't make money. And to bring me to my number 4 point, networking. But let's go back to the freelance platforms. Um, I joined Upwork in 2017, 2018. Can't remember. And I was there for 2 years. I didn't get one job, right? But my friend was a video editor, and he had the skill of, I see him get gigs upon gigs upon gigs. So one day I reached out to him. I'm like, bro, how do you do this? I literally asked him, well, I want to get, jobs from Fiverr, Upwork. Back then they used to pay like, as much as $1 for an article, you know, or $10, so it showed me, one or two ways, optimizing profile on your Upwork as well, uploading your certifications, how to it's been long I did that, so I can't remember, the strategy around that. How to optimize your profile, how to reach out, what to do in your proposals and all that. So what I'm explaining jobs on Upwork, reach out to the person. How is he getting the job? Then to share with you, right? So I'm not going to come to tell you, oh, yeah, I logged out again. Yeah. So still here. So I'm not going to share with you, things that, oh, join Fiverr, join Upwork. No. And the number four one is the main one. If you didn't get anything from this class, this number 4 point is the thing for you. Network, network, network. I got my first gig from networking. I got my first job from networking. I got my current job from networking. Everything I've gotten has been from networking. Aside there are times that I get jobs from LinkedIn because of thought leadership and what I've done in the space over the years. People actually reach out to me based off my profile and I should apply for jobs or they have interviews. So aside that, networking is one of the underrated strategies, combined with storytelling that can get you your first job. If you're new in this class, you should be texting Victor. I mean, you should be texting Richard every day, asking how you can help him, do whatever task. Because one, Richard is your number one employer. If you're learning SEO writing for the first time, I'm giving you guys Expo now. What you should do is, Richard, I'm finishing this. Is there an internship in your company? If there's not an internship, can I do an unpaid internship for 3 to 6 months? Why? It's not just about learning. If you don't have where to apply what you've learned over time, what you've learned will fade, right? So you should find where you can apply some of the things you've learned in this class, right? So if not, Victor, you also have to like interact with yourselves. Interact, you can reach out to me if you want to. You can interact with your fellow people in this class. You don't know who is who. You don't know who already has a business and is just learning this so that he can add to it, right? So networking is it's underrated. Networking is down to the person that you greet every day, right? So the first law of networking is who am I? Who am I? And what is who am I? I am an SEO writer. What does that entail? People around me, do they know who I am? Now we've answered the question who you are. People around you, do you know who you are? If no, right now, after this class, you should craft a message. Take 15 to 20 people in your contact list that you know that are doing something related to what you offer or can refer you to someone. You should be writing a message. Hi, I just want to reintroduce myself to you. I am this. I just finished an SEO course. I just finished a boot camp where I learned SEO writing and I'm looking to offer this to your business. Please, if you don't have any position in your company, is there someone you can refer me to so that I can do, even if it's an internship or a paid opportunity, right? So networking is now about oh, you just learned it and then you're telling stories. You can learn and you can be telling stories on LinkedIn and nothing come out. You have to enter people's DM, like on LinkedIn. Once you see someone view your profile, in case you're using LinkedIn Premium, enter the person's DM. Oh, I saw you viewed my profile. What can I help you with? What attracted you to me? Or what do you do? Can we have a coffee chat? Book meetings with people off LinkedIn platform. Take them off, bring them to your WhatsApp. You are in the business of making money from your skill. You didn't come here, you didn't spend your time. It's 9 p.m. It's almost, yeah, almost 9 p.m. Almost 10 p.m. in Nigeria, right? And you're investing this amount of time. Some people are watching movies, some people are sleeping, but you're here learning this. Why? You should be able to account for it. Productivity entails that your skill should bring you reward. That's a principle. Your skill should be able to bring you a reward. A man's skill makes way for him. But how can he make a way for him when you are not marketing your skill? So, in understanding the business of a skill means that while I'm good at this, I must be able to market it. How can I market it? You're leveraging social media, LinkedIn. You're also leveraging your offline connections. You're also leveraging your WhatsApp. You're also talking about what you do on your status. Like I like what Richard does. Richard has
Greatman, are you there? Are you there?
and people
I think we lost you for a while.
this network doesn't want me to teach people core networking skills to make you money. But I must teach you people. That's my commitment to you. If you can hear me, let me know. Share me one lesson that you've understood from this class in the chats. I'm listening before I move on. Productivity. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So productivity entails that your skill must bring you reward. You are not
Before
here
you
for.
move on, sorry, before you move on, where are the others? People should type what you've learned. Sorry.
Okay.
Where are the others? Type what you've learned so far.
Bring them out. Come outside. Grace. Right. Oh, right. 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 Hey, I know.
This
I asked you to write. What is the lesson you've learned? Are
this
you here for
this
this?
particular cohort, if it was the last cohort, right? Those guys, their brain, those guys are like they literally engage before you are even talking, they are pouring everything.
Yeah. Okay. I see that people are learning. So I'm not talking to myself. Good. So see, let me teach you something. Yeah, that has worked for me. Hmm? You have to learn how to make things work for you. Life is not easy. The same content writing that you know, there's someone that might not know it, but the person is getting gigs. Why? Because he's in a network that has these opportunities. Someone like you're in Nigeria, possibly. So there's already a what we call a blocker against third world. There are some websites that you cannot access as a Nigerian just because you're in Nigeria. If you leave Nigeria, those websites will be accessible to you. But just because you're a Nigerian, you can't access, like they've blocked your country's IP, right? So you have to be aggressive in your approach. If not, even the one that you can hold it for years and nothing is happening for you. So you have to have the mindset that even as you're going on LinkedIn, you're not here for play, right? So you want to look at, okay, people have done this. Let me drink water. People have done this. I'm going to use their strategies and this thing will work for me. So as you share it, as you share your journey, as you share like your core, procedures, reach out to people. Oh, hi. You can reach out to senior colleagues in content marketing as well. Oh, hi. I see that you're a good content marketing manager. I started writing content and I'm looking to do like an internship. Internship is why I use internship because if you're starting out, internship is like a no-brainer. Some people are lucky enough to get their first job off, you know, career writing. But you see internship, when you say internship, companies are like they are more willing to give you an internship than they are willing to give you a job because most times they want experts, you know, on those jobs. But once you get like an internship opportunity, a paid internship opportunity, you can easily absorb into the system and they can easily employ you from there. So you can reach out to someone that is doing, really well and talk to them about, oh, you're an SEO writer and you want to help them, upload some of their works and you want to work closely with them to see what they are doing better. Ask them for advice, come to them, telling them your process, telling them your progress, and take more tips from them. Once in a while, tell them, oh, okay, I'm available for this. I don't know if you have work that you would want me to work on. People do this. People come to my DM all the time, and sometimes it's not that I have, but I just create out a job and I give to them. Why? I'm seeing their progress. I'm seeing that they are doing well. Like I give you an instance. Someone I taught content writing some years ago, you know, reached out again for the first time in 2 years, and they are doing really well. But now they've morphed into like LinkedIn writing, you know, and they had an outbound call with me. Uh,
Do we have prayer warriors in this
at first,
set,
because
or
what
is
she's
it?
doing is one thing I've done for like clients. That's that progress. And I said, why don't you chat me again in January?
If we have prayer warriors, people should talk to this or pray for this network. Network is really disturbing us. Grace, maybe you're a prayer warrior that year. Or is it a Sosa? Where are my prayer warriors in this training? People should talk to this network.
Yes, we plead the blood of Jesus. Oh. All right, it's bigger than you. So yeah, I'm talking about networking. In some of these in some of, I've been with him for a while. I think we've known almost 6, 7 years now. I've watched the business grow to what it is. It's so impressive. And Richard is someone that networks. Richard puts in the work. Richard meets people. He asks for updates. If you understand what I mean, like in the local terms. Right? So it's what you want to do for yourself because as you're starting out as a content writer, remember
Greatman, can you hear me? Um, so my big apologies, guys. You know, the funny part of this thing is that we actually had a pre-test session, almost 10 minutes long, and all through the period, it was a smooth setup, and even the video and everything was fully set up. So I really do not know. Um, we can't move it again, Deborah. We've already, I think we've done almost 80% of the class. It's probably just a wraps up and then takes Q&A. We've already exhausted the things he wants to share. So when he just comes back on, he will just try and summarize, then we take Q&A.
Can you guys hear me? Client. So we went in and we developed 3 articles around latest Apple trends, um, solutions, solutions later Apple updates will help. Let's see who uses Apple the most. Okay, solution Apple products will help remote workers do their job easily, and the latest Apple gadgets feedback. Right. So these 3 contents, if you write it around the latest development in Apple, we now found out that when we wrote this content for the client, I'm just working off the top of my head. When we wrote this content for the client, um, he was able to achieve so and so. We got how many marketing leads, from this. And let's do for digital marketing. Okay. Um, we
Man, uh, okay. All right, guys. Kai, it's been quite a lot. It's been quite a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to take the announcements before he, if he's meets us while we're at it, fine. Else, I'll take the announcements, then we go straight into
yeah.
Q&A.
Can you hear me
Are
now?
you there? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just wrap up so that we can go to the Q&A, great man.
Yeah. Yeah. So I wanted to say this lastly: the $10,000 job or $10,000 reward you want to get for your skill is wrapped up in that 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira job that you are denying and saying you're too big for. What do I mean? Everything naira work as a social media manager before I started upskilling, learning about Canva, learning about SEO, you know, and all that. My clients referred me to someone that paid me 50,000. I got the job that gave me 70,000. I got my first $100 job. I got $150 gigs I was doing, here and there before I got the job that was able to pay me like, $1,000 and more. So I'm saying everything compounds, right? So employees are everywhere around you. Be able to do work and be able to do your best. And then I will take the question and answer.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Please, can we appreciate Mr. Greatman? Can we please show you some appreciation? Send in some clap emojis, drop some appreciation in the comment section, please. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Am I seeing the appreciation? Are people dropping appreciation? Only two people. Where are the clap? Let's use the reaction. Um, so you could tell that he's really hungry to give out a lot. He's really hungry to give out a lot, but network has not been the best friend. So I would appeal with him. Our last training is on Sunday, sir. So if maybe on Sunday you could join us, just maybe take 30 minutes and brush up the areas that we couldn't really touch tonight. I don't know if you are free to do that for us on Saturday. Our time is still 8 p.m. So you could just take 30 minutes, maybe 15 minutes to talk, and then 15 minutes for the another Q&A. If that's okay by you, we could do that, sir. Hello, are you there, great man?
Do is because I've really given most of what I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Maybe I can go in based off the feedback. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, it's kind of breaking. Can you come again?
Okay, so I said I've kind of shared most of what I wanted to talk about. Maybe I'll come
Mm,
in from what I'll be doing is an interactive class where they'll ask me questions and I'll give them practical answers, and we'll do that for the full 30 minutes.
okay. So, okay. If you've already dished out all there is, so let me just take a quick announcement, then we'll just take that interactive session to be the Q&A now. So that we don't bother you since you've already covered. So guys, like I said, you can see from his interest and passion, that he's really been hungry to give out a lot of value, but the networks have not been his best friend tonight. And nonetheless, this we're going into the time where you are now permitted to pick his brain and ask specific questions in areas that concerns you. If you're confused about how to even start, where to start, even all the things he has been explaining, if there's any of them you need more guidance on, please feel free to ask. But before we go into the Q&A, remember that this training is being organized by Fastire Service, and Fastire is a career brand. We work at the intercept of professional services like human resource management and academic services. So we render services like CV writing, personal statement writing, um, SOP writing for visa application, LinkedIn optimization. We prepare you for interviews, and we list jobs for employers too. So if you do need our service, please feel free to reach out to us and also recommend us. Please also don't forget to interact with our content when you see them online, be it on YouTube, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. Please, that is one way to support us so that we'll continue to do this. And this training you enjoyed for free, other set of people can also enjoy it and get value from it. More so, this content, this training, the replays are there. If you have people who need this skill, don't necessarily wait for us to organize another cohort. Tell them to come and learn. This is an avenue. Like Greatman was saying, there are a lot of odds against you if you're from a third world country or a developing nation. So everybody needs to help one another. Don't hide updates from your people. This training is for a lot of people to gain value from. If you know people who, instead of watching them stay without any digital skill, this is an easy avenue. They have a step-by-step guide. Just tell them how to go through the trainings. And each one, even from what you have learned, you cannot be guiding them, and they add what they are learning from the videos, anyone they don't understand. And you can also maybe even introduce them to us, our pages. They can ask questions and they will be answered. So do well to also use this to support somebody you know. For those of you who came in through by seeing somebody's post, it may be in your school, do that. Also pass that favor across to the next person. So for those who have not sent in their testimonial videos, I would be waiting for that tomorrow. Our last class, like I said, is on Sunday, and it means we have completed our 30 days. It's been a long time coming. Please, we should clap for Faster and the entire team. Please just say some encouraging words to our team. I will do well to send them your encouraging words also. While we're doing that, we can now take Q&A. If you have questions, please use the reaction option, raise your hand so that we can take questions. Thank you so much, those who are appreciating Faster. So Q&As, who are the people who have questions so that we can take them? How to monetize your writing skill? Who has question? Bethel has question. Who else has question? Okay, only Bethel. Melody, can you hear me? Melody, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, sir.
Yes, I have not seen your testimonial video.
I'll try and do it tomorrow. I just closed. I'm still on my way, sir. I'll try tomorrow, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Simi, have you sent your own? Simi?
Yes, sir. I sent my own already, sir.
Okay, all right. Okay, then. So we have only one question from Bethel. Bethel, thank you. I have seen your testimonial video. I appreciate. Please go ahead with your question. Bethel, please go ahead with your question.
Oh, sorry, guys. Okay, so thank you so much, Mr. Greatman, for thank you so much for the lecture. Thank you so much. It was really amazing. Though the network was bad, but at least we still gained the most important lesson, which is to be able to monetize our skills. Okay, so my question is around practically doing that actually. You mentioned Upwork. So there is this issue with Nigerians on like having things like Upwork and Fiverr, like other platforms for freelancing, concerning um like how do you get your money, like owning account there. To be nice, if that can actually be explained to us. Upwork, how do I set up my Upwork account? What kind of account? Money, I'm talking about like bank accounts can actually work there as a Nigerian, because I know some of them will not accept paper for Nigerians and all of that. I don't know if there's a later like updated information about how we can actually get the funds to our own Naira accounts.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. For that, I can't speak to getting jobs on Upwork because I'm not I'm not an expert on services. But I know that Great.co can give receiving money from clients abroad. There's Payoneer. So I know that the Payoneer rates might not be so favorable, but I mean, it's still an option that, we've used over the years to receive money from clients as well. So you can always check these platforms. I don't know if that answers the question.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So, in the absence of any other question, we want to once again appreciate you, Mr. Greatman. Thank you so much for making our time to share your knowledge, and we could see or hear or feel the passion with which you were willing and interested in really, really giving us more of this. So please, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot, but we would share the link to his profile on the in the group so that you can connect with him on LinkedIn, and do well to also tap from his wealth of knowledge. And whenever you do have questions regarding some of these things, you can always feel free to either ask him through the comment section in his post, or if you have connected with him, you can always also be able to DM him. So thank you once again, Mr. Greatman. A big appreciation to everybody who has been showing up for the visibility challenge. Just like you heard from Greatman, and as you know, he wasn't even here from the first class when I was telling you people the importance of doing the writing challenge. And he also even came and exposed part of the importance of that writing challenge you started weeks ago. So for those who maybe started giving up, you have your reminder now to maintain consistency. For the writing challenge for this week, the challenge was to talk about what you learned per class. And he also even came and, just like clockwork, said the same thing, that you should have been talking about the things you learned. And I said, write about the things you learned. Add a link to the video for people who want to learn. Sometimes when people see the quality of what the training you went through, they kind of acknowledge or appreciate the value you can offer. So when you're saying I'm going through an SEO writing boot camp, some people want to have or feel, and can you imagine if somebody even listens to 10 minutes of this particular training now without the stops, they could imagine the kind of value they feel you have gained, or they would attribute to the training you've gone through. So continue with your writing challenge until the 30 days is complete, and then also maintain that consistency. The training videos are there for you. If peradventure you need to even go through them again, feel free and go through them. The learning never ends. Apply. It's not just enough to know. Apply these things you're learning. Get it, use it well for yourself. So those are the few things I'm going to share. Our last class, finally, after 30 days, will be on Sunday, and you all should ensure to be there on time, and then we would have a swell time and draw a curtain to this training. Thank you so much, everybody that's gone through this journey. I appreciate all of you. So thank you so much, Mr. Greatman. Thank you, everybody available. Please feel free, for those of you who haven't said um, some kind words to Fast Tire, please feel free to do that in the comment section. I am reading them. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody.
Good evening, sir.